It was New Year's Day, and Nicole had promised her 4-year-old daughter, Kayla, a fun day at the park, followed by lunch at McDonald's, Kayla's favorite. The sun was shining brightly, casting a golden glow over the playground as Kayla raced ahead, her laughter echoing through the air. Nicole watched with a smile as her daughter climbed onto the roundabout, her tiny hands gripping the bars tightly. "Spin me, Mommy!" Kayla squealed, her eyes sparkling with excitement. Nicole obliged, giving the roundabout a gentle push. Kayla's giggles filled the air, a sound that always warmed Nicole's heart. But as Nicole's phone rang, she turned away for just a moment to answer the call. It was a decision she would soon regret. A piercing scream shattered the peaceful atmosphere. Nicole's heart dropped as she realized it was Kayla. She spun around to find her daughter lying at the base of the slide, clutching her head and crying. A small scrape marked her forehead, but the shock of the fall had left Kayla hysterical. Nicole rushed to her side, scooping her into her arms and murmuring soothing words. "It's okay, sweetheart. Mommy's here," Nicole whispered, brushing away Kayla's tears. After a few minutes, Kayla's sobs subsided, and she looked up at her mother with watery eyes. "Can we get food now, Mommy?" she asked, her voice trembling. Nicole nodded, relieved that Kayla seemed to be feeling better. "Of course, sweetie. Let's go to McDonald's." The drive to McDonald's was short, but the restaurant was bustling with activity. Families, teenagers, and couples filled the tables, their chatter blending with the clatter of trays and the hum of the kitchen. Nicole noticed a group of teenagers in the corner, laughing loudly and sipping sodas. Two of them glanced at Nicole and Kayla, their smirks sending an uneasy shiver down Nicole's spine. The line was long, but Nicole patiently waited her turn. She asked Kayla to sit at a nearby table and watch a video on her phone while she ordered. Kayla obeyed, her small hands clutching the device as she giggled at the cartoon on the screen. Suddenly, a loud argument erupted from the corner where the teenagers were sitting. Shouts and curses filled the air, drawing the attention of everyone in the restaurant. Nicole hurried to Kayla, shielding her from the chaos as the staff intervened and escorted the rowdy group outside. Two girls from the group lingered behind, their smirks still plastered on their faces as they whispered to each other. Finally, their food arrived. The smell of burgers and fries filled the air as Nicole and Kayla began their meal. Kayla happily munched on her Happy Meal, her earlier distress seemingly forgotten. But halfway through their lunch, Kayla tugged on Nicole's sleeve. "Mommy, I need to use the toilet," she whispered. Nicole nodded, watching as Kayla hopped off her chair and headed toward the restroom. A few minutes later, a blood-curdling scream echoed through the restaurant. Nicole's heart stopped as she recognized Kayla's voice. She sprinted to the restroom, her mind racing with fear. Kayla burst out of the bathroom, tears streaming down her face. "Mommy!" she wailed, running into Nicole's arms. Nicole held her tightly, her heart pounding. "What happened, sweetheart? Are you hurt?" Kayla could only sob, her small body trembling with fear and pain. Nicole's eyes darted to the bathroom door, her instincts screaming that something was terribly wrong. She stepped inside, her gaze sweeping the room. At first, nothing seemed out of place, just a few scattered toilet paper rolls and a dripping faucet. But then she saw it. The toilet seat was smeared with a thick white substance. Nicole leaned closer, her stomach churning as she realized it was super glue. Someone had deliberately sabotaged the seat, and Kayla had been the unfortunate victim. Rage surged through Nicole as she stormed out of the bathroom, her voice shaking with fury. "Call the manager, now!" she demanded, her eyes blazing. The restaurant staff sprang into action. Joanna, the assistant manager, had seen her fair share of chaos in her 15 years at McDonald's, but this was something entirely new. She quickly gathered her team, who helped clean and bandage Kayla's legs where the glue had torn her skin. Nicole held her daughter close, her heart breaking at the sight of Kayla's pain. "It's going to be okay, baby," Nicole whispered, though her own tears threatened to fall. Despite the staff's efforts, Nicole knew this wasn't enough. She took to social media, sharing the harrowing experience on her Facebook page. Her post quickly went viral, drawing outrage and support from thousands. She called out the two teenage girls who had played the cruel prank, demanding justice for her daughter. Days later, the police identified the girls. They admitted to the prank, claiming it was meant to be a harmless joke, but their apologies did little to ease Nicole's anger or erase the trauma Kayla had endured. The incident left a lasting mark on both mother and daughter, a reminder of how quickly a day of fun could turn into a nightmare. As Nicole watched Kayla play with her dolls weeks later, she felt a small sense of relief. Justice had been served, but the memory of that day would stay with them forever. She sipped her coffee, her gaze lingering on her brave little girl. No one should have to go through that, Nicole thought, her resolve hardening. Pranks might seem funny, but they can hurt people in ways you can't imagine. Nicole and Kayla's story serves as a powerful reminder. Pranks can have serious consequences. What might seem like a harmless joke to one person can cause lasting pain to another. As Nicole held her daughter close, she hoped that their experience would inspire others to think twice before playing a prank, because no laugh is worth someone else's tears.